This video is about my mom. My mom, she wanted to die. She wanted to die. And I know she did. And everybody, I think they feel like they memorialize her, and they my all of my family, my sisters, my dad, they don't understand her like I do. And if you're listening to this video, dad, sisters, you will never understand her like I do. Me and my mom had a spiritual soul connection that was very tumultuous and kind of hard to describe, undescribable, because her own man didn't understand her. Dad, you didn't, excuse me, you didn't understand her at all. I knew her more than you, and you were her husband, but you didn't understand her. Sisters, you didn't understand our mother the way that I understood her. This is why our relationship was so tumultuous and so love-hate, because I actually mirrored her in many ways. Not always. I didn't always mirror her. There are things that I'm very different than my mother, but it came from me being so like her early in my life, and me being different or making different choices or whatever you want to call it comes from me having to survive. I had to survive. So she right now is she's no longer with us. She passed away April 13th, 2023. She's not she was very unhappy in the later years of her life, even though I wasn't in contact with her, because I went no contact. And for people that don't understand no contact, look up narcissism and no contact. But I went no contact with her and low contact with her off and on for about 10 years. And I did that to preserve myself, and to I did that for my own survival. I'm a single mother. I have, at this point, an 11-year-old daughter. At the time, my daughter was very, very young. I was dealing with issues that people just don't get it. They don't get it. And I don't care. No offense to y'all, but I don't give a shit. Y'all don't deserve certain, like, people just, they see a black woman, they see me or whatever it is, and they just think I'm supposed to just tell them my life story and be open. I'm not an open person. I'm very closed off. I don't like people. Humanity is very disrespectful right now, and I don't give a shit. I'm about self-preservation. The first law of nature is self-preservation, folks. So I'm trying to survive out here, just surviving. And I want you to think about that notion of a person just trying to survive. So when a person's trying to survive, they don't do everything the way it's the y'all morally think somebody's supposed to do and all this bullshit. You're trying to survive. So you don't die. Your kids don't die. So that's what it's been for me. Okay. And so I don't give a shit about your judgment of me. That doesn't work on me. It stopped working on me 10 years ago. When I really started to wake up realize how people really were, how humanity really was. Humanity is, the average person doesn't treat me well. They just don't. And that's okay. And that is no, it's not okay. Let me not say that. No, it's not okay that you don't treat me well. But what you not gonna fucking do is try to shame me for trying to survive. Fuck you. Fuck you. That's what I feel. So, yeah. She's gone. My mother, she purposely, because she was a control freak, a person who had to maintain control. She died the way she died how she wanted to die. You know, they told her that she had cancer of the throat because she had them goiters for years and years and years, and she kept going to the doctors about those goiters, and she had those issues, and so she chose to die the way she chose to go out the way she wanted to. She did. And everybody, I'm sick and tired of everybody trying to pretend like and memorialize like, oh my God, something bad happened. No, she chose that shit. Literally, she went the way she wanted to go. Vernetta Warren has always been like that. Y'all don't get that? She's always been like that. This woman has, her whole entire life tried to control people. She tried to control because she was a very, she went through a lot of things in her lifetime. And because I understand that, I know she chose to die the way she chose to die. And she talks about, oh, well, God's going to come save me. No, God didn't save you, Mom. You chose to go out that way. My ex-mother-in-law had cancer, ironically, the same time that my mom had cancer. And she's alive today. You know why? Because she did what the doctors told her. My mother is so defiant. She ain't do what the doctors told her. She chose to believe in fairy tales. And, my mother claimed to be a person of faith, and to some degree she was, but she had a lack of discernment, not because she wasn't discerning, but because she chose to be not to be. She chose to leave this world. She chose it. She chose her own death. She would be here right now if she would have went and got the to go get chemotherapy. She wouldn't go to any of her chemotherapy appointments. She chose her so-called faith, which it really wasn't a faith. It was her imagination. My mother was she had imaginary friends, and she, at 71, she had that type of mindset. She really did. And I'm tired of people trying to pretend like, trying to memorialize her as this woman of faith. No, she chose to die because that's the type of person she was. She always had to be in control. She was a narcissist. She had to be in control. She had to be um she chose to die the way she was. My ex-mother-in-law, she's alive, and she's a couple years older than my mom. She survived. because she went to chemotherapy. My mother refused chemotherapy treatments, hence her death. She chose to live in the fairy tale world of, oh, Jesus is going to save me. No, it didn't save you. That's why you're in the ground now. And I'm mad at her for it. I'm not going to lie. I'm mad at her for that because people need to, I'm tired of people memorializing her as this martyr. That's how she lived her life. She always wanted to live her life as a victim and a martyr of things. And that's what she did. She constantly lived her life like that. And that's why she's not here with us because she chose it. Even the Bible says that faith without works is dead. She had faith in God, but she didn't do the work in going to chemotherapy. She refused the chemotherapy, and that is why she is no longer here. It's not because Jesus didn't perform a miracle for her, as y'all would like to believe. So, as per usual, Renetta, you had the last say because you have to control everything and everybody. You had the last say. And to my sisters who and my daughter who memorialized her, she chose that. She chose it. I hope y'all know that. She chose this life. She literally did this. She wanted to go down like this. And y'all keep trying to make it seem like it's like some, oh my God, she did. No, she manipulates all the time. She manipulated her own death. Why is it that Gloria is still living and thriving and older than her and Vernetta is not? Ask yourself that shit. Let me get off. I'm going to put it, but I'm still going to put this out because I'm tired. I'm tired of y'all memorializing, not seeing. And you see, I think y'all see it. You just don't want to come to and believe it. But this is what it is. This is who she was. She was a narcissistic person. And narcissists always, they have a way of trying to, like, they control things. Even her death, she controlled it. Do y'all not see that? She controlled her death. She ain't believe in God. She said she believed in Jesus and all that, but she was in a mindset of delusion. She was very delusional. Because the Bible says faith without works is dead. So she believed God. God gave us people who were doctors in medicine. You're supposed to take the chemotherapy and do the work. But she didn't want to do the work. She wanted to believe in fairy tales and she wanted to be willfully ignorant. That's who she was. And that's why she's gone. She ain't with us no more because she literally chose that shit. And I have nothing else to say about it at this time.